to begin. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening. Thank you for Miss Trisi Kartika give our opportunity, and thanks for all the participants that joining in this seminar today. Okay, my name is Eli Chandra Aisyah. As a moderator of seminar today, I'm very glad to welcome you all to this seminar. Our topic today is about to analyze characteristic and moral lesson of Prophet Joseph series. And our speakers today are Monique Permata Nur Azizah and Diana Ananda Hayali. Okay, for Miss Monique is theaters, film, and she received her bachelor degree in communication of science Pajajaran University and take her master degree in film television at Melbourne University. And our second speaker is Diana Ananda Hayali. He's director and has a lot experience in make dramas. She take a bachelor at Yale University with film and media studies. Okay, before the presentation begin, I will inform you how we'll be going on the first. Okay, first, our speaker, Diana Ananda, present the material following with our second speakers, Monique Permata. And after that, we have a Q&A session. And the last is conclusion. Okay, ulang-ulang. Okay, for this first speaker is Diana Ananda Hayali. The time is yours.
All right, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. First thing first, I would like to say thank you so much for being trusted to be speaker for this seminar. Thank you to the moderators, Mrs. Elitia, for welcoming me today. And thank you so much for all our friends who are very enthusiastic about attending the seminar this time. As started by the moderator earlier, the topic that we will be carrying out today is analyzing characteristics and moral values of one of the works of Islamic literature in the form of a TV series entitled Prophet Joseph. All right, then let's talk a little bit about the glimpse of the series. Hearing the name of Prophet Joseph, I believe you guys are familiar with this name. Prophet Joseph in Islam is often called Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, which is the icon of his prophet. Of this prophet is called the most handsome prophet, not only handsome among the prophets, but the most handsome man in the world. But this time we will not discuss his good looks, but we will discuss who are the characters in this TV series and what are their characteristics. Let's dissect them one by one. This TV series itself is a series from Iranian which was launched at Persian in 2008 and has 45 episodes. This series tells the story of the journey of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam when he was a child. He was ostracized and wronged by his own brothers who were then sold to be slaves. The series followed Joseph's journey as a slave in Egypt, where he faces numerous challenges and tests of faith. Despite his difficult circumstances, Joseph maintains his piety and integrity, eventually catching the attention of the Egyptian ruler, who appoints him as his chief minister. Throughout the series, Prophet Joseph explores themes of faith, resilience, forgiveness, and ultimate triumph of good or evil. It also delves into the relationship between Joseph and his family, including his father, brothers, and eventually his reunion with them. All right, Mrs. Alicia, can you please swipe the PowerPoint?
Okay, sure.
Hello, Miss Diana.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Alicia. Now let's move on to the next discussion. So now we're going to analyze the characteristic of each player in this TV series. The first character that we will discuss is, of course, the main player of this series. Who else if it's not Prophet Joseph? Prophet Joseph, or we often call the Prophet Yusuf al-Siddiq, is the son of Prophet Jacob or Prophet Yaqub, who was gifted with extraordinary beauty and wisdom. But this gift made the Prophet Yusuf's brothers feel jealous, and instead it led them to betray Yusuf by throwing him into a well and then selling him as slave. But these trials did not break his spirits and faith. Instead, it made him always doing good, and his characteristics of him being very devoted to his parents, generous, wise, intelligent, makes impressed the Egyptians with him and entrusted him to become a high intelligence consultant for the Egyptian government. And the next character is Prophet Jacob or Prophet Yaqub, the father of Prophet Yusuf, and he also the prophet in Islam. His character is described a wise and loving patriarch who loves his son very much. He is a parent who will always guide his child on the right path. He is also a patient and loving person. One time he got a test by the God, for example, when he was given a test, he experienced great sadness when he believed Yusuf had died, but remained hopeful and patient during the ordeal. And all right, the next character is Bilha. Bilha is one of Prophet Jacob's wife. She is a snitching person and always jealous with Yusuf. She has minor roles in the series, but contribute to the plot and provide support to the main character. Let's move on to the next character. Is called Yahuda. He is one of the bad brothers of Joseph. He's an easily provoked person and he has the characteristics of always jealous and spiteful, but later also regrets his actions towards Joseph because over of over the course of the series, he experiences transformation, regrets, and eventual reconciliation with Joseph. And then the name of another character is Potiphar. Potiphar is an Egyptian nobleman who adopted the Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam as a child. Potiphar was a kind person and always cared about Joseph's future. He trusted and respected him, but Mr. Miss one day a misunderstanding occurred that made him feel betrayed by Yusuf and made him feel jealous and very angry with him. This makes Potiphar is portrayed as conflicted character with a sense of honor. All right, those are some of the characters from the Prophet Joseph series. Actually, there are still many more characters in this TV series, but next it will be read by my partner, Mrs. Monique Permata, who is a film critic. Mrs. Monique, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Diana. Let me introduce myself first. Hi everyone, my name is Monique Permata and this time I will explain the next character from the TV series called The Prophet Joseph. The next character is Zuleika. Zuleika is the wife of Potiphar. She is an arrogant person and one of the people who is also captivated by Yusuf's good looks. It makes her try to seduce Yusuf, which puts Yusuf in prison. Zuleika is depicted as a complex character, torn between her desire and the consequences of her actions. But after her husband died, she changed. Then she repented and embraced the religion taught by Yusuf and istiqamah to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And the next one is Asenath. She is an Egyptian woman whom Joseph marries after gaining prominence in Egypt. She is portrayed as a kind-hearted, wise, and supportive of Joseph. Asenath is the daughter of Potiphera, the priors of On, and her union with Joseph results in the birth of their two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. Let's move on to the next character. His name is Malik. He is Yusuf's distant brother and later became a good friend of the Prophet Yusuf. He always obedient and loyal to Yusuf's orders. He is described as innocent and kind-hearted. He shares a special bond with Joseph and becomes a catalyst for the eventual reunion of Joseph with his family. And then we go to the next character, namely Akhenaton. He is the king of Egypt. He really believes in the Prophet Yusuf and then embraced the monotheistic religion. He is addicted as a powerful and wise ruler who appreciates Joseph's intelligence and appoints him as his chief minister. He values Joseph's counsels and entrusts him with significant responsibilities. And the next discussion is about moral lessons of Prophet Joseph. Mrs. Alicia, can you move to next slide? Hello, Mrs. Alicia.
Hello.
Can you move to the next slide?
Okay, sorry, I have a bad connection.
Okay, moral lessons. From this series, we can get about moral lessons. First is patience. From the story, we can see the prophet Joseph had extraordinary patience. He always put his trust in Allah and asked for his guidance. And the second is generous. The prophet Yusuf was a generous person. He always helping others and upheld the poor to have the same position. And next, please.
Sorry, Miss Monique.
Okay, so and the third is always willing to learn. He has a high curiosity and always learns from his mistakes. We can implement this point in our daily life. Honest, and the last is honesty. Yusuf is an honest person. This is the reason why he was appointed as a high government consultant.
Okay, for the audience, is there any question?
Okay, I want to ask about how does the series depict the character of Zulaikha? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Aun. Maybe it will answer from Miss Monique or Miss Diana. The time is yours.
Maybe I will answer the questions. Okay, how does the series depict the character of Zuleika? Zuleika is portrayed as a complex character, torn between her desire and the consequence of her actions. Her infatuation with Joseph and subsequent remorse play a significant role in the series.
Okay. Is there any question? There is no question. I will conclude this. Apa-apa ini apa? Ini apa pertemuan apa? Okay, if there is no question, I will end this seminar. But before that, I will conclusion this seminar. The conclusion of this story is we as faithful Mormon person are obligation to obey the command of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala by always worshipping and always being on the right path. Besides that, we can take lesson from the lesson story of Prophet Yusuf journeys. Always be honest, give the help of each other, always spread goodness. Whatever we are, we can implement those things in our daily life. Okay, that is from me and from our speaker. I will end this seminar. If I have mistaken speaking. May you forgive me, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.